Kawasaki,
Fucking thing's still leaking. Motherfucker, still fucking leaking. Still fucking leaking. Goddamn you, fucking Kawasaki. Suck my dick. Alright, so I'm gonna try some more. Woo, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna try some more of this black fucking silicone on there. What I think happened was one side did really well, the other side failed. Okay, so I think what happened was I had some gas in there still, and it basically chowed at this and didn't let it set up properly. So I'm going to try it again. So I put O-rings on the screws, O-rings on the valves, O-rings everywhere, hoping that that will squish up there and stop any gas from seeping past a little better. Been letting it idle now for quite some time, and the fan actually works, thank God. Also, the leak is done, yeah, the leak. Now, it does have, I'm probably get a little right here, say just a touch. Just a tickle! That's it, that's all I can get out of that every couple fucking hours. It's just like, I don't know if it's residual, but it's not bad. But this fucker works great. The only thing that's not working is the parking brake. I found out that's how you set it. This is the parking brake. So you push that down and that locks it. And then you have to push it and then it unlocks it. This is your reverse. You turn this when you go to shift it down into first and it becomes reverse. That's fucking cool. So I had some people bitching on OfferUp about the broken plastic, so I'm just doing a little stitching job here. Gonna keep putting some holes and zip that up because they're trying to tell me that this isn't worth $1,000 with broken plastic. I'm like, motherfuckers, please. It's raining like a motherfucker, and I just got a text from a guy who wants to trade me a CJ5 Jeep for this Kawasaki. So what I'm doing out here right now at this moment is trying to get the handlebars, as you see there, fucked up kind of turn looking, to be straight with the wheels, or the tires, or whatever you want to fucking call them. So I'm going to take the tie rods off each end and adjust until I get straight. The things I do, right? I mean, who wouldn't trade for a CJ5 Jeep that runs? Well, it's looking pretty damn good to me. I mean, it's fucking right on the money. Fuck! And them things were hard to get off at first, but I learned the trick. Yes, I did. I learned you gotta use that fucking pickle bar, motherfucker, if you want to get them off of there. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting and cussing and shitting your pants because you can't push them out. Alright, take a look at them fenders. So, I also had to fix the fenders here and start to pull apart the center. You see that crack? That was together. Now it's pulling it apart. I'm thinking I should have zip tied that first, but I had no idea. I was going to do that. So, this was being eaten out by the tire because it was drooping so fucking far. It was ridiculous. So you're asking, what'd you do? How'd you fucking fix it? Gun in there. See that? That there is a piece of copper. Giant piece of copper. Stuff I had from my electrical days, you know, when I used to, wire houses and shit like that. You know, you'd bring home scrap. And I don't know what I was ever going to do with these. I used them to beat on stuff with because they're copper and they're soft. I don't need them really. And they work perfect because they're already flat. They lock right into place under there. See that? They just lock right in there. And they are just long enough that they prop that motherfucker up to where it once used to be. So, moving on to the other side. What we're doing is we're eliminating the old nut and bolt. And we're going to a new... Where is it? There it is. New stainless steel with copper. Man, that shit's gonna last forever on this rig. But I need to zip tie that front because I didn't expect that motherfucker to break. So I'm gonna be on pause for a minute until I get that fixed. Boom! That bitch is beautiful. Well, I guess I'm gonna go trade this in first thing in the morning. We'll see if it flies. I'll let you know. I got this son of a bitch loaded on the back of my electric car, and I'm about to go pick up a fucking Jeep with it too. That's right, I'm fucking cuckoo for quads. I'm gonna go fuck somebody's day up. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, a goddamn electric car trying to pull that shit? You're gonna get in the wreck and kill us all. Well, I got the motherfucker home. Towing it. Had to flip it around though because the hub bearing was starting to smoke. It went bad. It was, I mean, really smoke. I mean, that thing was lava hot. It was so fucking hot, it would have blew the tire sooner or later because I couldn't even put my hand near it. So this is the beast. We'll get a better look at it in the morning. It is 9:30 at night. It took forever to get it here because I took the back roads. So it was like, instead of being a 40-minute drive, it was like 2 hours. And I'll get you some better pictures of it. I ain't got no sound system. Oh well. But everything looks pretty stock on it. Doesn't look like it was abused much. Came with a battery, right? Not bad. And the tires on this bitch are like brand fucking new. They're in really good shape. I mean, the video doesn't do it justice. These things are like, they're brand fucking new. So now that it's daylight and I've got it unloaded, this is the ass end of it. Looks like we got a broken light. I noticed too after running it that gas cap makes a hissing noise, like it's trying to breathe, either expel air or take in some air. So it might be just from the fuel pump running and pushing a lot of volume in there, and it's trying to expel it, the vapor. Maybe something's blocked, or it could be trying to breathe, you know, because it's sucking in a lot of fuel. But there's the dash. Now I know you've probably seen this thing here, and that's the first thing I asked was, what the fuck is this, right? I mean, is it, you know, and I turn it over, I'm like, oh, we got us a fucking time machine, right? Back to the fucking future here. It's like a flux capacitor bullshit, but he says it was just a clock and it did some other weird things, but it's going bye-bye. And this ghetto thing is the headlights. So apparently the switch doesn't work, so I'll just have to get a new one of those and delete that. Now I do have a bunch of these little rocker switches, so I might set up a bunch on the dash for running different things, just to be, you know, cool, I guess. Came with a glove box, of course. Here, and I have not looked in any of this, so it's going to first time. So there's the registration. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, it's empty. I was gonna say that might be why the bearings are fried. Okay, and I had to put this down because of wet ass, because it's morning. He's got mirrors both sides. Looks like he did a quick pressure wash job. And again, the tire, they are brand fucking new. I mean, they are like good. Okay, and I got some grass in there or whatever. I noticed one of the turn signal lights here looks like shit, and the other one looks okay. We also have the same thing going on with the headlight. Probably just stuff to change. Now, of course, the fender, part of my camera deal, I'm trying to juggle something else here. I just set it down so I can get back to this. The fenders on both sides have seen better days. Here's the heart of the beast. Oh yeah, I need to disconnect this. Apparently the battery goes dead every now and then. He says it's just disconnect the battery and it lasts, but we'll find out here. So he says this thing backfired, caught the air filter on fire, as you see all the burning, and that's quick fix. Is a high performance Fram intake there, a rag. And he says he drove it though without the rag for a while down a really dusty road behind other cars, so he thinks it might have swallowed quite a bit of shit. We got the old V-belts. Now this one here on the back side is really worn out. It's got some nice cuts in it and frays. So it's going to need a new belt there. We got a lot of blow-by. Thinking the scratches on the cylinder walls from all the dust probably didn't help. There's some other things I've noticed, which you probably can't see too well here, but where is it? Okay, so the drive line, you see that nice shiny spot there? That is because it's hitting right on the bell housing behind the starter. Okay, I don't know why. I'll have to check jacking it up, see what kind of tolerance levels we got going on here. The wiring's kind of a mess, nothing I can't handle. Steering pump does not squeal too much, makes a growl if you try to turn it too hard, lock to lock. That's kind of normal. Sometimes you get squeals out of them. Motor is actually in pretty good shape. He said he took it out, went over it, the whole thing. The sad part was, like he said, is after he did all that, he lost the air filter and might have lost the sidewalls, and now he's getting blow-by. But I have faith that I can put some magic elixir in there and bring that shit back to life. You know, that restores, not a bad shit. The hubs all work. I tried them out. They're really good. He said he got these seats for 20 bucks, put them in there. I think that's how they're gonna stay. I don't see anything wrong with them. They hold me up. He's got a bikini top, and he's got a wind jammer that goes in the back, and he's got soft doors that came with it. Now the soft doors have seen better days, but you can still see out of them, and they don't latch. So I'll have to figure out, they need latch deals, I guess. This is the bad side here where the hub, the bearing, the wheel bearing needs to be replaced. We got the front bumper in the back because he tore it off trying to pull it out of a mud hole. Everything's pretty dented. There's not really too much straight on this, but for what it is, it's still good. This looks like this is new. So he put this on there, or might have came with it. Got some high-tech speakers. This doesn't have a tailgate, huh? I thought Jeeps had the little tailgates. Guess it doesn't. Got a hitch though. And he put a new sending unit in there for the fuel. So we should have fuel. Like, tells us what the fuel is. But then he said he forgot. That's right. He forgot to put a gasket on the sending unit. So it filled up with water. He says there's water in the gas tank. Boner footage. Okay, all this is the messages that we shared. Basically him trying to talk up this CJ5 and me trying to talk up my ATV so that we can make this trade happen. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of answers in this. And basically we're trying to come to an agreement and make sure that neither of us is going to back out. I mean, I'm new at this trade thing. He's new at it. He kind of got a kick out of me saying that I'm going to bring my electric car, thinking I was joking. But honestly, that's all I got to pull shit right now. I got rid of my Blazer a long time ago, and this electric car has been pulling its weight ever since. It's got 300 foot-pounds of torque. I love it. Basically, I tell him I made it home great, and he's happy. I'm happy, and that's the end.